Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and of course it's a boring day and I'm off, so fun day. Pretty much this video is going to be about who is Fearless Junky and what does Fearless Junky represent. Yeah, so let's get started. Obviously I'm doing my two personality sides with my hair. I'm going to be ladybag and I'm going to be wild and funky. So yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, okay, Fearless Junky. Who is she? Fearless Junky. I want to say that anybody can be a Fearless Junky. You know what I mean? But I am obviously the creator of Fearless Junky. But anyone can be a Fearless Junky. That's why I call you guys my junkies. If you ever read my blog, because it's basically, well, fearless is someone who dares to be different, cares. Doesn't care about life, you know what I mean? We have to approach life fearless, because if we don't, we'll be always considering stopping and hindering our own lives, you know what I mean? So I think a woman should be fearless regardless, you know what I mean? We're fearless enough to not care about the stereotypical, the double standards, you know what I mean? We have to take life as a huge approach, because if we don't, obviously we'll continue to be, belittled by men. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a feminist, and it could be a feminist statement if you like, but I have done a feminist piece and speech when I did it in high school, but it's not really about that. It's about just basically taking stance as a woman and following your own dreams and experiencing your own journey and enjoying your own journey, because if you don't, you'll be shadowed by a man. I know so many women who actually live their life through their men, you know what I mean? They quit their work, or they stop going to school or something just to appease, being the mom, or being the housewife, or being just, then they look back and say, well, yeah, I used to do that, or I sure used to be good at that. It's not about that. We need to actually live our life first before we decide to have children, or before we decide to just, I want to say, put our own lives in the shadow, and I don't know, sometimes I feel judgmental for, thinking those women are, not really less of a woman, but they will never be complete, you know what I mean? And it's all about the fulfillment of being who you are, who you were put on this earth to be. Like I told you guys, everyone is here for a reason. If you're going to die, you're going to die, you know what I mean? You have served your purpose if you have died already. But if you're still living and you haven't served your own purpose yet, if some of your purpose are to be a mother, that's why you are blessed to have so many children, maybe. You never know, but I just would never want to be the woman that didn't, was in my marriage or in a relationship, or just, even if I was single, I just was I did not fulfill everything I wanted to feel, And that's really about what fearless means to me. And I hope it, I can not really persuade you guys to believe that fearless means that, but women who watch my channel, I want you all to be great women. It's not about competition, I think we should be able to give a woman a compliment and it would not be oh, that's sarcastic, you know what I mean? Don't ever, I feel like when you take something so sarcastic all the time, it's almost like your own insecurity of your self-doubt, and I don't feel like, compliment that woman. If you like her bag, compliment her. I will compliment a person's bag, their clothes, their eyes, their face in a minute. I'm like, wow, I like your face, you know what I mean? And that's okay. We need to empower each other all the time. It's about an empowerment of women, you know what I mean? I feel like we don't do that enough, especially brown women. We don't do that enough. We never do it enough. And even in the race category, we never can give another race or another woman of a different race their credit. We always, and I understand, it's not about I'm not self-bashing any black women, because some of us are, like me, we are able to give that, even if it makes us, I don't know, I don't want to get into that part, because, that can go on and on for days, the brown skin, light skin, dark, it's not about that, and no race is more beautiful. I mean, you might see more of that race, but that doesn't mean it's more beautiful, you know what I mean? So I just say love your skin and be able to give another woman a compliment. And because this has nothing to do with men at this point, because they're going to sexualize us to the day they die. They're going to, they're going to put us in a category, and it's up to us to stand in our own bracket of whatever we want to do, endless possibilities. I, of course, don't be the lady who, I can do this myself, and you really can't do it yourself, but there's no harm in trying, I can say that. But, so that's pretty much overall my general view of being fearless. And I would say, also being a junkie. A junkie is just, I had the perfect quote earlier. The junkie pretty much to me is just overindulging in what you love. You know what I mean? Like fashion is it's like my habit, you know? It's a habit, it's a passion, and I'm a junkie for it, you know? I live to collect magazines. If you touch my magazine, oh, we snapping. Like my day is made when I get a magazine. I'm like, wow, one day I'll either be featured in this or one day I'll be either producing this. You know what I mean? Producing what I love to read. Just anything like that's I think it's just over consuming yourself in something you love. And obviously when I say, you know, I say no to drugs for kids and teens and whoever, but you have to experience your own life. But yeah, being a junkie is definitely all about and over consuming yourself in something you love. You know what I mean? Like it's not, don't let it be, I don't care. I say go all out. For your dream, you go all out. And it's like the junkie in you will make that happen, you know? So be a fearless woman who takes on what she loves, you know? Basically, a fearless woman who takes over what she loves. But if you go to my blog, you'll know the quote actually says the evolution of a woman, learning her style, enjoying and experiencing her journey, and self and outer love. Like, you have to love yourself, and that's all I want to teach is self-love, outer love, inner love, everybody love. You know, I want to teach women how to love, you know. It's hard for me. Sometimes it's hard for me to be like, wow, this flaw is like, let me tell you guys, I used to hate my nose. I used to hate having like a bell pepper of a nose, I felt like, you know. And then now, like, I learned how you can contour. I was like, I'm getting rhinoplasty. And it's not even about like, oh, I just hate my nose. Like, it's like, you have to learn to adjust. I'm not really adjust, but to love what you love. And I believe if you want to get plastic surgery, by all means, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's your money. That's what you feel will complete you. And if you are okay with that, understand that it's before inner. You know what I mean? You have to feel complete inner before you can just go and make an alteration to your face. But yeah, and I was like, wow, I can learn how to contour my own nose and I can be okay. And then I was like, I can smell bullshit from a mile away. That's why I like my nose. You know, you have to love these things, because if somebody else doesn't love it, it's going to be easy for them to talk shit about you. It's going to be so easy for somebody to talk about you and hurt you, you know what I mean, and it cracks you, you know what I mean, and you want to be an unbreakable woman, you know what I mean, always be an unbreakable woman. Have a soft side, be gentle and fragile, which I'm learning, not fragile, that's not the word, don't ever be fragile, be gentle and, you know, have a gentle side to you, but don't be unbreakable, you know. You can be soft and cuddly, but you got a hard interior. They're like, oh, and they're like, oh, I just broke my fist or something. You know what I mean? That's how your image should be. Like, it should look so soft and beautiful on the outside. Women should always be, you know, presentable, I feel like. Don't get me wrong, bum days are fun days, but a woman should always be those things, and she should learn how to take care of herself, and herself should be almost first, you know what I mean? I honestly don't believe you can be a real, genuine mother if you don't love yourself, because you kind of will almost blame your children for why something didn't happen, you know? I would hate for, like, even if you just would hate for that to be something that your child feels the guilt of, you know what I mean? They would never be able to have that connection with you because you don't fulfill anything, and they never want to look up to you if you don't fulfill anything that they feel, that they know that you're proud of, you know? And I just feel like it's something we need to target as women. So yeah, be a fearless junkie. And along the way, I can help you and you can help me become the complete word. You know, that's why I said I have 2 more years, well, I lied. 6 more years to become completely fearless, you know. And the first part of me was tackling being patient. The F for me was being patient and learn how to be feminine. And yeah, that was like my first part, and being fearless. And then E, I don't know, like, I'm not going to do it by the obviously the abbreviation, but I want to be a lot more educated about things. Yeah, I want to be a lot more educated, and even like learn how to do makeup. You guys know I used to say in the beginning of my freaking videos, I'm going to be bum, I'm not always like fabulous, and I never really was that fabulous, honestly. I mean, like at school and stuff when I would play dress up, but yeah, like I used to say that type of stuff, and now it's like, it was like my insecurity because I know I didn't know how to do makeup really well, so I was like, I'd rather just come as I am in my own skin. But now I'm becoming more educated and treating my skin properly, and learning how to apply makeup, and learning more about the fashion industry, and more into like being a YouTuber and being able to have a platform for myself, and being able to have a strong one that people will want to watch. So one day we'll see if it grows and if it actually reaches a lot of women. But I definitely believe it, and I think you should always believe in yourself. And then we'll get to the A for next year, guys. A will be all about attitude. I think maybe I am moving about the letters, but yeah, I mean, who knew it can all come together? But I thought long and hard about it, and I definitely want to be completely fearless. You know, it's all a process. It's all about the time you're willing to take. And yeah, I will actually write a complete blog post about being a fearless junkie, just so maybe you can have some points and tips, and I don't know, whatever I say, I pretty much will write it down or type it out, and you can even, if you want to work more on to the, you want to actually incorporate the whole word fearless together into your everyday life, I can write exactly what my abbreviations would mean, or what the acronyms would mean for it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys understand what fearless junkie mean when I say it, and maybe you guys join the movement of being a junkie and over-consuming yourself and what you love, guys. Love you. Thank you for watching, and bye.